Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing sweetheart pouches, and I'm doing 3 different kinds, two 8.5 by 11s and one 11 by 17. The first one is with 61 weight paper. The second one is with a regular 30-pound regular chip bag paper, and then the third one is a 48 pound paper, all by Koala, all glossy photo paper. And for the chip bag, for the regular 30-pound paper, we are going to be using cellophane and not acetate. But for the other two, we are going to be using acetate. And of course, you want to make sure your blades are sharp. That is the only way you are going to get a really good cut. Now, this one works just as easy as the cocoa pouches, only it's a heart instead of a little square rectangle, whatever it was. And you just want to take your time and cut it out, especially because for this one, you cannot really use a ruler, like I said, because it is a heart. I will be coming out with a little tutorial for the people who have Cricut in case they want to put it in the Cricut and have Cricut do the dirty work for them. Cheaters. But right now we are just going to cut it out and take our time. So I am trying different methods to see which one works, because sometimes when I cut out half, I put it in half, that works out pretty good. And sometimes it doesn't. It just all depends. But either way, you want to make sure your blade is sharp and you are taking your time. I do not think that cutting out with scissors for this is, anything that is needed. If anything, it would be probably looking all crooked, because I know when I cut with scissors, I cut like a first grader. And so this xacto blade is definitely something that is easier for me to manage and maneuver, as long as you take your time and your blade is sharp. So I just have to shout out everyone who voted in my little Facebook group on using the little heart characters, because they came out super cute. Let me tell you guys, I was stuck. Like, I had the pouches done. Everything was pretty much done, but I couldn't decide on if I wanted to do a little Cupid character, like a person, or a little heart character. And these little heart characters came out really cute, and I am definitely so happy with them. And they have definitely become my staple for this Valentine Day season. So for this big one, I did end up putting it in 3 parts, and it was okay. I mean, whether I'm cutting it out whole or putting it in parts, either way, it's going to come out, And either way, you just have to take your time. But like I said, I am going to come out with a Cricut version in case you do want to print on Cricut. Now, the Cricut version is going to be, because, Cricut doesn't print or cut the whole 8.5 by 11 or even the 17 by 11. They do have that size, so it will not be as big. It's of course going to be smaller, and but that's, to me, neither here nor there, especially if I'm having to do a whole bunch, because child, let me tell you, I don't know. I'm still debating. I don't know. But I will definitely consider using the Cricut if I have to do too much. Now, this is me just cutting the cellophane. Like I said, this is a regular chip bag, and so I'm just using cellophane for this. I don't think acetate will do this justice, and it's not necessary. And I didn't have any cellophane rolls, but you can definitely get some from the Dollar Tree. So I ended up using a cellophane bag that I had and just putting it on there. So this is me just putting, it's a heart, so it definitely works a little differently than putting double-sided adhesive on a square or a rectangle, because you need to do the 4 corners. But this one was a little tricky, like I said, because it's a heart. But I did see one of my friends put the cellophane, put the double-sided adhesive on the actual acetate and then put it on the bag. And I have used that method after this one, and that works amazing, let me tell you. So after that, we're just going to put that cellophane on there, smooth it out, please. We do not want any wrinkles because we all know how I feel about cellophane. But we're just going to smooth it out because we don't want any wrinkles. And then we are going to measure. So you want to make sure that your image in the front is centered. And then the images on the back are aligned. That way nothing's going too much over or overlapping too much. And then I'm going to seal that bottom. And just like that, we're going to clip this little bottom piece right here, and it is done. Now you just have to stuff it with something real cute. And then now I'm just going to do the same thing with the acetate. And you're going to see me measure, and I'm marking the parts that I need to cut, leaving a little bit of a give because I need to make sure that I have enough space to put that double-sided adhesive. And then this was at the moment I was like, you know what? I am just gonna try it my friend's way, because this whole little heart thing has just, got me for a little loop trying to put this little double-sided adhesive down. So, and it definitely worked like a charm. It's a little getting used to having to put hold the acetate down. But Amazon, I did see that Amazon has acetate sheets. So you don't have to worry about the roll. However, to me, the rolls are just more a bang for your buck versus the sheets. Even though they have 12 by 12, this time I did get a 12-inch roll. So this should last me a pretty good time because I did have to re-up. Because you see that little piece right there? That was the last little piece that I had of acetate. So I had to re-up. And I got a really big roll. And I made sure I got like 12 by whatever it was. 36 feet or something like that. I don't know. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. Make sure that my image is centered. And it's centered once you have an even amount on the side, when you fold the back. And the nutrition facts nor the thank you is going over onto the front. Because if you see that, then you know that your image is not centered. And just like that. Out of all the three, I would definitely say the 61 pound is my favorite because it holds a really good sturdiness for the treats. And it definitely gives it that professional look, which I love for treats. Now, if you're doing chips, then I would just say stick with the regular bags because those work perfectly for chips, because chips has air in it, which gives it a good shape when it's time to actually seal the top. But that is pretty much it, and I am going to stop yapping and let you guys continue watching this video. And until next time, happy crafting.
Tunaitana tu besti, mnazi tayari mebaki kukunwa, wambea wangoja. Mwambieni hata kwangu nyumbani sio mbali, atafika na boda. Oh, wanapendeza, nimependezwa, nacheka cheka, mama.